All right, Monday. Hell yeah. Hey, the universe did not want me to do this show, but fuck you, universe. I do what I want. It's already crashing. Hadn't started the show yet. Universe is like, oh yeah? You want to bet? Yeah, motherfucker. Let's fucking do it. It's time to begin. Talk about jazz and make fun of them. Then they trash what oh Lord, the world's on fire. Parody shit's getting dire. Religious bullshit, it won't make you feel like dying. Cause you touch your more children and it'll lead you right here. Go from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way. Right. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Monday. We did it. Universe didn't want me to do this fucking show. Storms, you guys see the fucking storms? Look at this shit, y'all. That's what I went through here in Mississippi. Like 30 people died. This was down in Tylertown, which is apparently as close to here. These dudes braving the storm.
That's it. That's a tornado.
How do I make it bigger? This fucking thing, I can't even see it. There you go.
Oh, look at that tree. All that's falling on Wayne House over there.
Poor Wayne.
Look at that.
Oh, poor Wayne. Fuck that Wayne. Oh, Lord.
We in it, baby.
We in it now, baby.
Man.
So I was in the middle of that pretty much. Internet was down for like 12 hours. I almost died. Not because of the tornado, because the internet was down. I was like, oh my God, I'm disconnected from God. How am I going to know who an actor was in an obscure movie from the 70s? Fuck my life. So I just went to sleep. Couldn't work under that much. And then it was down again a day. I was working on this show today, as I want to do. And internet went down again a day. But whatever. We overcame. That's what we do here on the Cult of Dusty. So I appreciate you joining me. And went to see my mom this weekend. It was her birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you. Had a pretty good time. She was real happy to see us all. I saw my Uncle Ray, the one that's dying from cancer. He doesn't look so good. But I did take you guys' advice. I didn't mention the singularity. I did talk about AI a little bit, but I didn't talk about death or anything. I just talked to him like a normal human being. Didn't seem like he was really all there anymore too much anyway, though. So it was sad, to be honest with you. But, you know, it made me double down on not wanting to drink. I'm trying to get the rest of my siblings to quit drinking. They were not very open to the suggestion. Like I was insulting them. I'm not insulting you. I don't want to have to go through with you what we're going through with him. I don't want to watch you guys get cancer and die. And alcohol is one of the leading causes of cancer. It's a terrible fucking drug. It's so fun. I love it, but it's a bad drug. It's worse than heroin. It kills you a lot slower, but it kills a lot more people. So anyway, did that. Unfortunately, the internet was down. Didn't have much time to work on my book. People were like, when is chapter 2 coming out? Look, I'm going to release the whole thing at the same time. I know I said I was going to release it chapter by chapter. I released chapter 1. People want chapter 2. The reason I decided not to release it chapter by chapter anymore, I was watching Severance, season 2, episode 1 of Severance. And I was like, yeah, I'm all excited for season 2, episode 1 of Severance. Turn it on. I had no fucking clue what's going on. I was like, what the hell is happening? I thought you guys were trying to get away from this place. And then it hit me. Hey, if you release one chapter at a time, nobody's going to remember what the fuck the story's even about. When the next piece is released, you got to release it all at once, baby. So I'm working on it. Hopefully I'll get some more done it tomorrow and this weekend. I promise it's coming, and it's going to be fucking good. So thank you guys for your interest, and I love you. And all right, let's go, guys. Show as always, super chats are open. It's the lifeblood of the show, y'all. The show would literally die without the super chats. Over here, it's a $sign. Bling! Click it! And donate money to the world's greatest show. Keep me in business or don't, and I'll just die, I guess. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. It's up to you. If you guys want that in your conscience, that's cool. That's cool. And all right, let's go ahead and move on, folks. Oh my God. Hey, did you guys hear that America died? Yeah, even more so than it already did. Super scary times. I'm glad we get to hang out before I have to escape the country, before we all get sent to the rape camps. So let's go ahead and start it off. I apologize for how horrible and disturbing this reality is. Yeah, fuck Ric Flair. Whatever. First off, on Shud Watch, so apparently, our dictator decided that he's going to do a test to see if he can just deport American citizens to El Salvadorian prisons and get away with it. And then the judge was like, no, you can't deport American citizens without at least, go to the proper channels, without at least letting us know who they are, what they did. But the Trump administration, they're floating a trial balloon to see what they get away with. And so against the orders of the judge, they flew some illegal aliens, undocumented workers, but some also American citizens. We don't know who they are, but we do know they said some of them are American citizens. They claim they're all gang members, but we don't know who they are. We don't know if they've been charged with anything, if they've done anything. Once again, this is all to boil the frog slowly. Not only did they do this, they went out and they sent an entire camera crew with gimbals, to keep the camera steady, and drone footage to make this a propaganda video. I guess they're saying they did it to scare gang members in this country or illegals from coming over, but the real truth is it's to scare all of Donald Trump's enemies, anybody who would dare speak out. If they could do this in the middle of the night against George's orders to these people, they could definitely do it to us. So here's the video. They perp walk these people into the harshest prison in the world. Some of these United States citizens with no due process whatsoever. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they did. Taking them out there, humiliating them, shaving their heads. And even if you are from El Salvador living in America, can you imagine what they're going to do to you over there? They're going to rape these people to death, no doubt. But imagine when they send one of you or me over there that doesn't even speak the language, clear that we're American. Imagine what they're going to fucking do to us, y'all. I'm not fucking going. I guarantee you that. Just scary ass times. They're trying to send a very clear message, folks. Nothing can save you from us. We don't have to follow the laws. We can do anything. We can literally deport American citizens to another fucking country. This is direct terrorism to keep us in our place. Even the borders are not trying to fucking hide it. Here he is with this Stephen Fetchit on Fox News.
So this morning, hundreds of illegal immigrants, some with alleged gang ties.
Alleged gang ties. They literally have told us who none of these people are. We don't know anything about them. We don't know what they've done. We just have to take the White House's word for it, which is what they want. They want us to just take their word. So when they label me and you a terrorist, and they don't tell who we were or what we did, we'll take their word for it. It's fine. They can do anything, folks. They can deter anybody they want to. The cable news media will fucking sell it for them. They'll disappear us, and the American people will think we're the fucking bad guys.
No longer in the country. The Trump administration deporting them to an El Salvadorian mega prison. It comes as an Obama-appointed judge temporarily blocks the president from using a wartime act for deportations. White House borders
We're
are...
not in war, though. Using wartime acts to deport people. That's just the first fucking step to deport us, y'all.
Tom Holman joins us now. So, Tom, this is a promise made, a promise kept. But it looks like a judge is trying to stop this.
This is a promise made. A promise kept. Why are you talking like that, dude?
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why any judge would want terrorists returned to the United States.
Because we don't know what the fuck they did. They're American citizens, some of them, and you're not allowed to deport people to the most horrible prisons in a foreign fucking country unless you're not supposed to do it, period. But especially if you don't tell us who the fuck they are and what they did, it's some scary ass shit.
States. I mean, first of all, the video, what a beautiful thing to see.
It's
right?
incredible.
So credible.
Look,
So
President
beautiful.
Trump, by proclamation, invoked the authorities of the Alien Enemies Act,
proclamation
which
of
he has
king.
right to do, and it's a game changer. And we removed over 200 violent criminals from the United States, just not TDA, but also MS-13. The actions of President Trump made this country safer. Every criminal alien, every criminal public safety threat, and national security threat removed from this country makes this country safer. That's what.
And by the way, he's also calling people that protest Tesla dealerships terrorists. I guess we hurt national security too. Has there ever been a more slippery slope than this, folks?
American voters voted for. That's their mandate as the president. The president's keeping his promise. President Trump's a game changer. The Alien Enemies Act hasn't been used in a long time. And when I watched the video and I saw, and I was involved this week in this whole movement, there's an extraordinary thing what the President Trump is doing to keep his promise to American people to make this country safe again. And he's doing a fabulous job.
So, Tom, I look at this judge. The flights were already in the air, international.
So they weren't. What happened was the judge put out a verbal order first because it's quicker to put out a verbal order first and then put out the written order. So first they put out the verbal order, and when the Trump administration got the verbal order, they're like, quick, get the planes there, get the planes in the air. So by the time the written order came out, they can claim, hey, we're in international waters now, baby. You don't have any jurisdiction over us. Literally, this is how they're going against judges' orders. Ignoring the judicial branch so our dictator can just deport U.S. citizens whenever they want. This is the playbook they're going to use from now on, folks. As soon as they hear any whispers of a judge stopping them, take them, fly them to international waters, and claim they don't have any jurisdiction.
Waters. How did the judge get involved? Did these immigrants that were in the country illegally, did their lawyers get involved and make a petition to the judge? How did this happen? How did the judge know about the flights being in the air?
Again, information was leaked somehow. I don't quite know how it got leaked.
Spit it out.
But there was a emergency court hearing on five people that were on schedule to be deported. The judge had a written order that said these 5 people can't be removed right now. It wasn't until this flight was already in international waters, heading down to El Salvador, that the judge made some comment about returning the flights.
Yeah, no, this is true. They took off on purpose to avoid having to follow the judge's orders, y'all. They're doing a trial run to show us the courts are not going to save us. They can deport every single one of us. They don't have to tell anybody who we are or what the fuck we did. They can disappear us in the nighttime, y'all. Here he is again bragging about it. He don't give a shit what the judge says.
We made a promise to the American people. President Trump has made a promise to American people. We're going to make this country safe again. I wake up every morning loving my job because I work for the greatest president in the history of my life. We're going to make this country safe again. I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
Yeah, I don't care what the judges think. Fuck the law. I don't care what the left think. We're coming. You think you guys can speak out against Donald Trump? You think you have free speech in America? We're going to send you to the rape prisons, y'all. What the fuck you going to do? We're going to disappear you in the middle of the fucking night, and we're not even going to tell the press who you were, what you did, and then they're going to get this guy on there to say how glorious and beautiful it is, how deporting us all to the rape prison keeps America fucking safe. Seems like there's an old Jewish poem about this, right? First they came for the El Salvadorian gang members, and I didn't say anything. Then they came for me. But now they're making fun of the judge, too, of course. Trump admit mocks judge after defying flight orders. First off, the president of El Salvador says, oopsie, too late, oopsie. Fed judge orders deportation flight carrying alleged Venezuelan gang members. Oopsie, we got in the air in international waters. We don't have to follow the law anymore. We don't give a shit. And Stephen Young, look, that's one of Trump's main advisors, this Humpty Dumpty motherfucker, laughing about it. Yeah, oopsies. Oops. Do we deport American citizens against judges' orders illegally violating the Constitution? Oopsies. Yeah, evil right in our fucking face, folks. They want us to know what's coming. They don't think we're going to do anything about it. Maybe they're right. Maybe they'll disappear us all in the middle of the fucking night. Nobody will stand up. Maybe we'll see what happens. And here's the second in command of the FBI, just outright telling Trump, you do not have to follow the law. You do not have to follow what the courts say. What are they going to do, arrest you? I'm the second in command of the FBI. Cash Patel is number one. No one's going to arrest you, baby. You're above the law, King Trump.
So this is what they're doing. This is why Clarence Thomas has been speaking out about the national restraining orders. How a judge in New York can give a restraining order for a congressional district in Wyoming is ridiculous. Clarence Thomas has been warning about this forever. This A Muse on Twitter is talking about this lawfare too. How this Obama-appointed judge threatened Trump and his team with arrest if they don't restore every dime of funding that have been paused or canceled. Folks, my recommendation is Donald Trump should ignore this. This judge is obviously not acting constitutionally at all. It should be ignored. Demand it, resuming all, but you can't order the executive to spend. I mean, you've effectively usurped the power of the executive. Now, before I get to the next, I'm going to play you a video by Crazy. Big Balls McGroin is here. Big Balls. I knew we had one. I knew it. I was thinking about this on the Monday show. I'm like, we better have a Big Balls McGroin, or the McGroin Army's losing their influence, man. Thank you. You guys, I knew the McGroins would be there. I knew. You guys and ladies are the best. That's fantastic. Folks, threatening with arrest. Who's going to arrest them? The marshals? You guys know who the U.S. Marshals work for? Department of Justice. That is under the, executive branch. Donald Trump's going to order his own arrest and his team. This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. He's above the law, baby. Hey, laws are only enforced by the nearest cop willing to enforce them. Otherwise, they don't even goddamn exist. So, King Trump, fuck the judges. Just support anybody you want to. Here's a Haba, Trump's lawyer, bullshitting about how the judicial system has always worked.
Look at the Kaylin Riley. Look at what they're doing, Blake and Riley. It's not okay. And what we've done is removed these individuals from our states. So then to have a federal judge come in and say, hey, I don't agree with the president of the United States with an executive order, it's unthinkable and it's ridiculous.
It's not unthinkable. Literally, that's how the whole system has always fucking worked. The Supreme Court over and over and over again. That's the system of checks and balances to make sure we don't have a king and a fucking dictator. But they want a king and a dictator, and we already have one. Because if they're just going to ignore the courts, which they've said they're going to do, they have done, it's already fucking happened. And they asked, hey, you guys haven't even told us who any of these people are, except you said some of them are American citizens, but you claim they're all dangerous gang members. What evidence are you providing that what you're saying is true?
What criteria, though, other than, say, tattoos or maybe being in the wrong place at the wrong time, are they using to determine that someone is actually a member of one of these organizations?
Intelligence and the men and women on the ground in the interior of our country.
So just trust me, bro. We're not providing any evidence, but we're claiming it. We're so intelligent. Just believe us, y'all. These people are violent gang members. And even if they are violent gang members, they might all be violent gang members. I don't know. But we don't have that evidence. But that's not the point. The point is, they're just saying if they can get away with it. They're testing on these people first before it's us next. Soon as it happens, though, folks, soon as it happens to just a regular American citizen, I hope it's not me. I'm hoping not first. I'm fucking gone, though. I'll be crossing the border to Mexico, Canada, wherever I can fucking go. We got to get out of here, right? I can't believe that I'm going to have to abandon this fucking country because it's too scary to live in. It seems like doomerism. It seems like I'm blowing things out of proportion, but at this point, who fucking really knows? They're disappearing people in the middle of the night against court orders to foreign lands. And they're laughing about it, folks. Here's Levitt. We are encouraging illegal immigrants to actively self-deport to maybe save themselves from being in one of these fun videos. Yeah, hey, you don't want to be snatched up in the middle of the night and then taken to the rape camps in El Salvador, do you? No way. Better self-deport. And this is a shot across the bow to every American, folks. It'll be the people that claim they're the patriots that'll be helping them round us up. The same people that claim that the reason they needed all these guns was to water the tree of liberty with the blood of tyrants. This is exactly what they claim they needed all the guns for. They're the ones going to take our rights away. Claim they still love free speech as they fucking do it. Claim they love the Constitution as they wipe their ass with it. Now Eric Prince, you know that guy? He's the one that ran all the mercenary groups, made billions of dollars. Well, now he wants to push a $25 billion deal to privatize deportations. So the exact same motherfuckers that went to Iraq as mercenaries, committed multiple war crimes, now want to make $25 billion to round up Trump's enemies and deport them to foreign countries. Red alert, motherfuckers. I don't know. It's so pointless me saying anything, I guess, but here's another case of a doctor deported to Lebanon despite judge's order. Every time I see this woman's face, it reminds me of, let me show you guys this picture. I think I've shown you this before, but Facebook. Why I gotta say Facebook twice, motherfucker? You didn't get me right the first time when I said Facebook? Come on now. All right, so I got a little saved. Just her plastic surgery journey is fucking incredible. I'd love to show it. Yeah, this is her before and after, folks. Just so weird. Looks like a completely different fucking person. Super low self-esteem. All plastic as shit now. But I guess her outside, fake as fuck, matches her inside now, so she feels more comfortable. Anyway, a doctor from Lebanon who arrived at the Boston airport was deported over the weekend without explanation, despite having a U.S. visa and a job teaching at Brown University. A judge had ordered she not be sent back until there was a hearing, but government lawyers said customs officials did not get word in time. Yeah, what? It's every action movie where your boss tells you something on the radio and you're like, hey, you're breaking up. I didn't hear that. And then you turn it off. That's exactly what they're doing, folks. They are the law now. Whatever they say fucking goes. Doesn't matter if you're here legally or not, y'all. Doesn't matter if you're a U.S. citizen. And now, to extend his dictatorial powers, he's claiming that Joe Biden's pardons are now null and void. Yeah. He's now claiming he can void the presidential pardons of the last president, y'all. Donald Trump says the pardons that sleepy Joe Biden gave the unselect committee of political thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect, because of the fact that they were done by autopen. In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. The necessary pardoning documents were not explained to or approved by Biden. He knew nothing about them, and the people that did may have committed a crime. So basically saying that Joe Biden had Alzheimer's, has no idea what was going on. So his staff used autopen, which was used to create his signature automatically on these things. And so Donald Trump is voiding them so he can go after Fauci and all the people that Joe Biden pardoned, y'all. So that's scary as shit in itself. But the thing is, you know he would not be doing this if he ever planned on leaving office. Because if he does this, then whatever pardons he makes can be undone by the next president. 100% proof this man's never planning on leaving the White House. He's making himself dictator, king for life, and then whatever laws that were passed before he got in office are now null and void. Then he sends his minions out there to try to defend this shit. Hey, what evidence do you have that Joe Biden was not aware of these pardons and that they were all done with autopen? Here's her answer.
Wondered if the president was even consulted about his legally binding signature being signed onto documents. And so I think it's a question that everybody in this room should be looking into, because certainly that would propose perhaps criminal or illegal behavior if staff members were signing the president of the United States autograph without his consent.
Is on the record talking about issuing preemptive pardons to these people.
But was he aware of his signature being used on every single pardon? That's a question you should ask the Biden
Is there
White
any
House.
Evidence on that he wasn't aware of it?
You're a reporter. You should find out, Sean.
Yeah, we don't need evidence, baby. We can just say anything. And the onus is not on us. The onus is on you to prove it's wrong. No. Any extraordinary claim that does not provide extraordinary evidence can be dismissed. It is up to you to to provide the evidence, not for you to throw anything out there and say, you're a reporter, you better investigate. That's not how any of this fucking is supposed to work. But it is now, I guess. They don't actually give a shit. Trump's just trying to be dictator, and he's posting stuff like this to sell it. This is on Trump's True Social website. 2017, 2021, Trump was president. 2001, 2025, it was an auto pen. 2025, it's this crooked motherfucker in his mugshot. Yep. That's how he's trying to sell it, folks. Dictator Trump, barely even trying to hide it anymore. And then his minions out there. This is bad news for Fauci, Milley, January 6th committee, and Biden's family members. An auto pen can be used by presidents for administrative documents, but pardons require a wet signature by the president. Okay, none of that's true, but it doesn't matter, folks. Doesn't matter what's true. They're just trying to sell it to the cult members when Trump voids President Biden's pardons, something that no president has ever done before. When he takes these dictatorial powers upon himself, they've already have in place their excuse to explain away how this is not a violation of the Constitution. And the cult will eat it up, folks. They don't care what he does. Meanwhile, in just under 2 weeks, President Trump has emerged as the front runner in this poll. Greatest threat to world peace. Yep, it's no longer Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un. Yep. President Trump, record time, speed running, authoritative bullshit. Then, folks, remember when Trump said that he was going to end the Ukraine-Russian war? Day one, it's going to be so easy. It's going to be he's going to make one fucking phone call, that whole goddamn thing will be over. It would have never happened if he was president. But day fucking one, he's going to end that shit. No sarcasm. He wasn't joking. 100% promising the idiots that believe a word he says, that's what he's going to do. Now, of course, it's 2 months in his presidency. He hasn't done a fucking thing. Hasn't stopped the war. Let's see what he says when they ask him about it.
But as a candidate, you said you would have this war settled in 24 hours.
Well, I was being a little bit sarcastic when I said that. I would. What I really mean is I'd like to get it settled.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic, baby. You took me seriously. What? I just say anything. You're not supposed to take me seriously, but at the same time, promises made, promises kept, and I'm a man of my word. I do what I say, but also never take anything I say seriously. I'm always joking. Everything I say is a joke, baby. I'm hilarious. I'm hilarious, y'all. But of course, he wasn't fucking joking, and none of us believed him. Even the cult members who voted for him didn't actually believe him. They just told you they believe it. Because having you believe that they believe a lie is better than having you believe the truth, which is they don't actually give a fucking shit. They just want people hurt. And as long as Trump hurts all the people they want, they're fine, baby. Meanwhile, U.S. withdraws from an international probe on Russian war crimes. I'm curious. The Justice Department has informed European officials that the United States is withdrawing from a multinational group created to investigate leaders responsible for the invasion of Ukraine, including President Vladimir V. Putin of Russia, according to a letter sent by the members of organization on Monday. Who needs to figure out who caused it? We already know, and they don't care. They don't want evidence on who caused it because it goes against their narrative. Then at the same time, Trump has decided to cave to Vladimir Putin once again and recognize Crimea as Russian territory. Everything Putin wants, Trump is going to do. First, they're going to recognize it, and they're going to demand every single news organization in America recognize it the same way, or else they're going to lose access to the White House. Exactly what they did with the Gulf of America thing. If you refuse to go along with the party line, banned from the White House. Google will get on board. All the search engines will get on board just like they did with the Gulf of America. As soon as they officially declare Russia owns Crimea, they'll memory hole it, folks. It'll become truth overnight in this 1984 dystopia in which we live. And under no circumstances is anybody supposed to release the docs reports. You remember when they had classified documents in Trump's bathroom and on a stage, and then he paid one of his employees to flood the server room on purpose to try to delete all the video footage, but it didn't work. Remember, they have all that evidence. They testified to it. All that happened before Trump became president. Remember? Yeah, well, hours after President Donald Trump publicly praised the judge who oversaw his classified documents case, lawyers with the Department of Justice urged the U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon to ensure the final report into Trump's allegation conducts never becomes public. Yep. The most transparent White House in history. Don't tell anybody what we did, and don't worry, they won't. Idiot Americans don't deserve to fucking know. Then he started removing all kinds of public broadcasting news programs like Voice of America, which has been on the airwaves for 80 years, mostly makes pro-American content and then pipes it into countries all over the world who don't have free press. For more than 80 years, Voice of America transmitted the news into countries, many of them authoritarian, where reliable sources of information about the outside world were often hard to come by. Now, those broadcasts, long viewed as an important part of the U.S. efforts to promote democracy and transparency overseas, are flickering out. And guess who's giddy about it, folks? China. China love it. China celebrates Trump's gutting of Voice of America. Chinese state media are celebrating President Donald Trump's move to gut Voice of America and other U.S. government-funded news outlets that push back against authoritarian regimes. The government of China, where media is tightly controlled by the ruling Chinese Communist Party, has long criticized coverage by Voice of America and other U.S. government-funded news outlets. In an editorial Monday, the state-backed nationalist tabloid Global Times called Voice of America a lie factory with an appalling track record when it comes to China-related reporting. So everything pro-Russia, everything pro-China, everything anti-America. That's MAGA for you, baby. Then Mr. No More Wars, anti-war Trump started attacking Yemen, the Houthis in Yemen. Missile strikes all over the Houthis, and no word on the blowfish yet. Be careful, blowfish! They're coming with you next, but bombing the shit out of the Houthis. And almost like conservatives ain't about fucking shit. Because back in the day when Joe Biden was bombing the Houthis, Paul A. Syphilis says, why is Biden bombing Yemen instead of defending the U.S. border? Yeah, Biden. Why the fuck are you a warmonger that don't give a shit about the U.S. now that Donald Trump bombing the Houthis? America's finally being defended again at home and abroad. Yay, it's so good. It's so good when Trump does it. Fucking hypocritical motherfuckers. And I'm starting to think it's a cult. Yo, I don't know. What do you think? Got a golden statue of Donald Trump on Mount Rushmore. And is that Vladimir Lenin next to him? Holy God, this is terrible. It doesn't look anything like Trump, but do it. Oh, they do put this motherfucker on Mount Rushmore. Somebody gonna bomb that shit fucking immediately. Dynamite all over Mount Rushmore. You know what's gonna happen. I wish the Bible said something about golden idols. Oh, well. Maybe next Bible. Bible 2.0. And then, in this nightmare in which we live, Oklahoma public schools want to teach students the big lie in schools now. Oklahoma Public Schools Superintendent proposes teaching that the 2020 election was stolen from Trump. Hooray! Here's for the party that hates indoctrinating your children. Teachers in Oklahoma will be instructed to have high school students identify discrepancies in the 2020 election results under new academic standards for social studies approved by the State Education Board last month. They stipulate that students should review information related to the election, including the sudden halting of ballot counting in select cities and key battleground states, the security risk of mail-in balloting, and sudden batch dumps, an unforeseen record number of voters, and the unprecedented contradiction of bellwether county trends. Man, Kim Jong-il right now is like, dudes, dial it back a little bit. Holy fuck, this is weird. But, yep. Country fell so far, so fast, man. It didn't take but a fucking blink. And then, first thing you know, Conor McGregor must pay $250,000 to a woman who says he raped her, civil jury rules. Yes, he was civilly found liable for rape. He's also a giant piece of shit that's been on video like beating up old men in bars, and he's a coked out freak. So, of course, immediately they invite this rapist to the White House.
Hey, Conor, first of all, did you get some time with President Trump? And also, I know there's some Irish immigrants in the
This
US
fucking coked up leprechaun.
The Irish immigrants.
Yeah. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Don't get punched in the head for a living. And yes, the White House loves rape, folks. There you go. Rapist to White House pipeline. Unbroken. Not surprising, though. It's like whatever's decent, they're purposely trying to do the opposite of. To break us. To rip our spirits out. To make us hate this country, I guess. And I gotta say, it's working. Good job, guys. And, woo, I think we're in trouble, y'all. This from our brainworms Secretary of Health, who has no medical education whatsoever. Scientists told to scrub mentions of mRNA vaccines, y'all. National Institute of Health officials have urged scientists to remove all references to mRNA vaccine technology from their grant applications, two researchers said, in a move that signaled the agency might abandon a promising field of medical research. So, the best scientific advance we've had in generations to fight pandemics and diseases, they're no longer going to fund the research for. They're no longer going to keep us completely susceptible. I guess the next pandemic, folks, I guess while the rest of the world has vaccines, we're all just got to fucking die. Because Mr. Ivermectin here doesn't want us to have the latest scientific advancements. I guess this is what we deserve, folks. Man, this is so bizarre. Then the USDA cancels $11 million in funding for North Carolina food banks. Asheville must end diversity to get hurricane relief. That's right, no food for the poor people. You got plenty of goddamn food for everything else, but nothing for our poors. And hey, you people who just got hit by a hurricane, if you want relief, then you got to get rid of helping black folks. No more helping black folks and no more helping women. Get rid of those programs and maybe we'll throw you a few bucks in the new America. Then Pete Hegseth, the part-time Fox News correspondent who is now running all our military because of meritocracy, removing code talkers from Pentagon websites. Remember code talkers? They had movies about these brave motherfuckers. So, like in World War II. They wanted some language that German couldn't crack so they could send encoded messages between each others. So they got these people that spoke these obscure Indian languages, and then they would basically send messages back and forth and only they could transcribe them. Incredibly brave, even though this country wiped out their people, took all their fucking land, stuck them on reservations, treated them fucking horribly. They still stepped up to defend the world, to defend this country, to risk their lives for all of us. Erased from history now, because you're brown. Can't have that, folks. Can't have any talk of anything except for white people. They dared mention that they're Indian. Can't have that. That's mentioning race. Nope. Erased from history. Remember, these are the same people that said if you take a Confederate statue down from the State House, that's erasing history. But this is not erasing history, folks, at all. This is just another fucking Monday for these racist asshats. And then J.D. Vance gets heckled by a bunch of retired Americans this week who are worried that they're going to cut their Social Security, because they are going to cut their Social Security. And here's how our vice president responded.
We came in, we've got this great event, this great facility, great business, and of course great workers. And I'm sure all of us saw there were a few protesters outside. And I can't be the only person wondering, it's a little after noon on a Friday, and don't you all have jobs? Who are the people?
Yeah, get jobs, retired old people who are worried your Social Security benefits are going to be taken away from you. And just everything they can to divide us, to be divisive, they do, folks. Even if it wasn't retired people. Is this the way you want your vice president to behave? Wouldn't a true leader say something like, hey, there's protesters outside, and like, I hear you guys, I know what you're saying, and I disagree with you, and this is why I disagree with you. I've heard your points. This is the points I think you're making. I'm trying to straw man your points, and this is why I think your points are invalid. And I hope that we can like come together and discuss this like mature adults. No, instead, get a job, losers. That's our government now, folks. Less than high school level, less than junior high level. Just 8-year-old stupid kids. Then Mark Rubio has banned the South African ambassador to the U.S. because they're being too mean to white folks, I guess. What you got to do, folks? Making enemies out of all our allies, making all our friends hate us. President Trump's administration has officially expelled South Africa's ambassador to the United States. A spokesman for the South African president said on Saturday, calling the decision regrettable. So, yeah. They say they're no longer welcome in our great country because they're too mean to the whiteys. So, white supremacy back in full fucking charge. I'm sure you'll be accepted into the ethno state, Marco Rubio. And then, folks, this is the world we're living in. The woman who's running the CIA is retweeting Ian Mouse Chong, the wrongest boy in the internet, a man who lives in Malaysia, has never stepped foot in America, and makes his living by pretending to be an American conservative and posting. This is how the game is played. Propaganda all day long, literally working with foreign agents to destabilize our entire country. Ian Mouse Chong lies. Trump has ordered the shutdown of United States Agency of Global Media, which oversees Voice of America, Radio Free Europe, Radio and Television Marty, Radio Free Asia, Middle East Broadcasting Networks. These organizations produced and disseminated far-left propaganda, including media hostile to conservatives in Central Europe countries such as Poland, Slovakia, and Hungary, and perpetuated pro-war narrative against Russia. Yay! Yep. Pro-Russian Putin mouthpiece, Ian Mouse Chong, getting paid by the richest man in the world to pretend he's an American citizen and interfere in our elections, retweeted by Tulsi Gabbard, leader of the CIA. That's where we're at now, folks. A complete takeover of the United States by foreign entities right out in the open. And it doesn't seem to be working, folks, making us a pariah state for the whole world, insulting our biggest allies, our closest friends, making us hate us. Canadian Airlines report drop in bookings to the U.S. They're reporting 25% less people booking flights to the United States. I'm sure that's going to be great for our tourist industry. They're going to blame that on Biden, folks. Ivy League colleges warns people from other countries reconsider traveling to the United States. 1 week before spring break, Brown advised international community members, including visa holders and permanent residents, to postpone international travel in a campus-wide email sent on Sunday. Potential changes in travel restrictions and travel bans, visa procedures and processing, re-entry requirements, and other travel-related delays may affect travelers' ability to return to the U.S. as planned. Yep. In other words, you're no longer welcome in America. If it ain't white, it ain't right. No more tourism for us, baby. Be afraid of what we become. I would come here if I were you guys. At the same time, consumer confidence falls to lowest since 2022 as tariff concerns mount. Nobody has any faith in the economy anymore. Everybody's saving their fucking pennies, not spending because we don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. We don't know if Trump is going to put a 3,000% tariff on the entire fucking world. We have no idea what this orange goof is going to do, and the market hates uncertainty. But that doesn't matter. They'll simply get on America's largest cable news network and claim the opposite of the truth. Where is it? Is it this one? Oh, it's on the same one. Yep, here it is.
Reg, go down. Consumer confidence going up. Everything
What's
is
that? What's
Reg,
that?
go down. Consumer confidence going up. Everything is turning
That's
up
right.
Trump, and now
consumer confidence is going up. Everything is coming up Trump, guys. Everything is so good. Everything. I mean, yeah, the stock market is down still 3,000 points this month, but everything's coming up Trump. It's so good, y'all.
And yeah, this cartoon pretty much nails it. When I win, I will immediately bring down egg prices starting on day one. Then he got voted in. It's hard to bring down egg prices. Shut up about the cost of eggs. Yep. And then spokesperson, paid liar.
Inflation is cooling. Gas prices are coming down. The cost of eggs is $2 cheaper than they were under Joe Biden just a month and a half ago. You also see airline fares have come down. Look at the...
Is that true? Are egg prices now cheaper than they were under Joe Biden? No, of course not. The cost of eggs is still up $3 under Donald Trump. Yes, they've come down a little bit from the all-time high in which they were, but they're nowhere what they were when Joe Biden was president. Not that the president has much control over egg prices, unless they're going to do price controls anyway, but still, just lie. That's all they fucking do, folks. They don't care. They don't have to tell the truth. There's no penalty for lying in this country anymore. And then, oh my God, they're so weird. So anyway, here's Trey Gowdy. Basically, this weird-ass pinhead has this old zombie who's in Congress and asking her how she handles the town halls. Everybody's pissed off at you these days for not doing your fucking job. And here's how they handle it, folks.
Dr. Fox, no one ever outworked you. No one ever intimidated you.
No one ever outworked you. No one ever intimidated you. What the fuck is this?
It's not when I worked with you. We see images of some tough town halls across the country. What would you tell the people of North Carolina wondering about efforts to reduce the size and scope of government? I mean, there's pain and anger, but government is too big. So how would you handle those town halls?
Well, first of all, Trey, I always tell people if they want me to have a town hall, please come to my office and sit down and talk with me.
That's not a town hall. That's not a town hall. That's not a town hall.
I'm happy to answer your questions and talk with you personally. I don't do town halls because I think it's just an opportunity for people to yell at their member of Congress.
Yeah, I don't do town halls. Hey, I don't answer to you, baby. Hey, let me just be straight with you guys, okay? Your vote doesn't count anymore, okay? We only need a very, very, very small amount of people to flip over to the right, and somebody like Elon Musk or another billionaire would just come in and spend 10 times more than you guys can ever fucking spend. It's so easy to flip the few votes, so we don't actually need you for anything. Your vote doesn't count. Democracy is fucking dead, so we don't give a fuck what you say. You're screaming to the fucking void. We don't even have to meet with you and listen, motherfuckers. And what are you going to do about it? Not shit. That's 100% what they're saying, folks. Not even trying to hide anymore. They don't give a fuck. And they're right. Hey, when they're right, baby. And this is why, folks, total information control. How do you combat this? This is a map of the most popular influencers on the internet. The red, obviously, conservatives. The blue, progressives, even though I do that in quotes because like the Young Turks is on here. A lot of these that say they're progressive aren't actually progressive, but a few of them are. But yeah, how do you combat this? You can't. The crazy part is, folks, when I started this 15 years ago, it wasn't like this at all. The left dominated social media. I even did a video one time called, said that atheism had won the internet. They own the internet. We had won. We kicked religion ass so much, they were afraid to make videos, y'all. They were cowering, hiding in the fucking corner. And then, I hate to say it again, but then TJ decided, hey, you know what we should do? We should flip the script and make fun of the left constantly. We should go find cringy videos of feminists doing slam poetry and pretend that's the biggest threat to America. And then every video became about anti-SJWs. And then after that, I guess they saw their opening. The billionaires flooded money into social media, and now this is the landscape which we have, which we are completely overwhelmed in every way. I can't even barely get 600 people to watch this show. I know you guys can hear me bitch about that, but most of it is because it's from shadow banning. Because the algorithm won't even broadcast you unless you're a right-wing voice. Amplify their own voices while they keep ours quiet. And then the very few chances we have, like Gavin Newsom, who could be using his platform to boost up our voices, instead uses his platform to boost up other right-wing voices, like Steve Bannon and Charlie Kirk. That's where we're at right now, folks. We are fucked. So unfortunately, things are going to have to get a lot worse. Americans are going to have to rise up and revolt. Otherwise, this shit ain't never going to change. And that is my chart watch for this evening. Hell yeah. Yeah, nice one, TJ. I think even TJ will admit that these days. He kind of takes it as a compliment that he has so much power that he shifted the tide like that, which he did, you know. I'll give him his just desserts. H-risk to the left wing. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how horrible all this is. Even most of the ones that say they're left wing aren't actually fucking left wing. They're Zionist shills. We also all right, folks, let's move along. Going to read all the super chats at the end of this section. So if you like what I do, please consider supporting it. I need the help. Let's do some. Elon. Oh, baby, this motherfucker gotta go. Yeah. And first off, on President Elon, let's see what this motherfucker up to this week. Man, no hint of irony whatsoever. Elon Musk goes public and says the Democrats spent $200 billion to buy votes of illegals. The man who literally spent $300 million to become president. The man who just gave Trump $100 million more dollars after Trump did a commercial for Tesla to boost up his stock price, in which he got $20 billion back. Claiming it's the left. The left is using billions of dollars to buy votes. Just projection. This is what they always do. Accuse the other side of doing exactly what they are doing. And then, folks, he already knows that there are no repercussions. He knows that the rich are above the law. They can literally do anything. Everybody's already accepted it. Elon Musk is mad about Judge McConnell's decision to unfreeze federal grants. So he posted a picture of his daughter, her full name, her position of where she works, and a page of her signed tax statement she filed. The judge's daughter, yep. And not a single thing will happen to him, folks. Because it's a double standard. A dual-sided justice system. Literally above the law. Even his own laws. Even his own rules that he writes about not doxing. He doesn't have to follow anything, baby. And then, God, he is so fucking pathetic. Elon's like, you can't truly call yourself peaceful unless you're capable of great violence. If you're not capable of violence, you're not peaceful. You're harmless. Important distinction. I think this is some Jordan Peterson fucking bullshit, but is there anybody that thinks that Elon Musk is a super violent badass? Shut the fuck up, Elon. I ain't been in a fight in my adult life, and I'll slap you like you're a bitch with my 5'7" ass, all right? Never been a bigger fucking pussy. Although I do believe Elon in a second would pay people to be violent against others. He has no problem sending us to the rape camps in El Salvador. So I guess that's true. And then somebody says this is sort of him admitting that he did the Hitler salute, but that's not really the reason I'm posting this. The reason I'm posting this is because how fucking whiny and out of touch it is. So people are boycotting Tesla, and Elon says, my companies make great products that people love, and I've never physically hurt anyone. So why the hate and violence against me? Because I am a deadly threat to the woke mind parasite that the humans it controls. So pathetic. He's like, I'm just a small little being. Why everybody hate me? I don't even do anything wrong. I just make good products and I'm trying to make America great again. Why everybody so mad at me? Of course, he already fucking knows why. You're an unelected bureaucrat, the richest man in the world, who is firing en masse tons of fucking people. Putting all your people in all government agencies, basically taking over the whole fucking thing, collecting all of our data, doing God knows what with it, while you claim you're going to gut entitlement, Social Security, and Medicare, which many of our old people rely on. That actually reminds me of Uncle Ray, who is dying, right? He's going back to the doctor today, and then they're going to send him to hospice and whatnot. So he's obviously on Medicaid, or what Medicare, whatever the fuck it is for old people. They must have spent, no doubt, millions of dollars on him so far. It has to be. For the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times he's been to the doctor. And can just go free anytime he fucking likes. And this guy's the biggest Trump supporter he will ever meet. He's perfectly fine with them taking that shit away from us because when I'm his age, I won't get the same care. He got his. Fuck the rest of us. We'll never know we had cancer. We'll just fucking die in the streets when they take our shit away. But he got his, so fuck us. And that's how every goddamn one of them think. It's so crazy. They don't give a shit about us. They don't fucking care about anything. And that drones from the latest Elon Musk boycott. This one comes from Tucson, Arizona, and there's a bunch of them out there, folks. I don't think this has much of effect, but people got to feel like they're doing something. People got to feel like they have some kind of power, so I guess is what they're going to do. And I'm not trying to discourage it. I guess you got to do something. Makes for good free content anyway. So, to counter it, a bunch of right-wing dickheads have decided to own the left by going into the world's richest man's companies and carrying coffee and donuts to their employees. Yes, Jackie says, brought fresh donuts to Tesla employees across Austin today to show support and thank them for the dedication of their hard work. Yay! I mean, yeah, I could have took this to the homeless shelters. I could have took this to hungry kids. I could have helped anybody who was poor and in need in any fucking way whatsoever. But nope! Look at all the lefties I'm owning by bringing free donuts to car dealerships. So fucking stupid. And yes, the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. They're worshiping companies now. Doing it purposely to try to dispirit us, folks. Because decency is dead. And speaking of decency being dead, it's a small club and you and I aren't in it, folks. Here's Kim Kardashian doing a photo shoot for Tesla. It's class warfare, baby. They're so terrified that the poors are finally going to rise up against them, and they'll do anything they can possibly do to have each other's back. Fuck Kim Kardashian, and more than that, fuck anybody who is a fan of these worthless pieces of shit. Anything to prop up the world's richest man, y'all. And she looks weird as fuck. Too much plastic surgery. But they're desperate to make sure Elon doesn't go under, y'all. And this is why we got to stop making the worst fucking people on earth famous. None of these people give a shit about us in any fucking way. All they care about is their power and their wealth. And they'll sell us out every chance they get to keep it. And good. Hey, be afraid, Kim. I'd be afraid if I were you too. You should be more afraid. In my opinion. We'll see what happens. And then, folks, I'm not making this up. So they did a safety test on automatically driven cars. They did Waymo. And they did Tesla, a few others, to see that if you drew a Wile E. Coyote-style fake road in front of the road and put it over there, would the car be smart enough to stop or would it drive right through? Now, other cars that are automatically driven have LiDAR. So they send out kind of a radar. They don't just depend on all cameras and shit because they're faulty. But that's what Elon Musk and Tesla completely rely on. They've made their bed in this situation. So drove right fucking through it, folks. All the rest of them stopped because the LiDAR pinged off of it, realized there's something in front of it and stopped. But not Elon Musk, baby. Here's the self-driving Teslers. And keep this in mind, folks. Next month, he claims they're going to release self-driving taxis. Do you believe it? Here they go. Here he's driving into Wile E. Coyote. Fake street. Yep.
Here we go. Holy shit!
Yep, didn't stop at all. So, might not want to drive a Tesla, just saying. Don't think their auto drive is worth the fucking shit. And then, actually, I saw a video like this earlier. I thought it was the Tesla driver doing this on purpose. I thought they had like some kind of a projector in the back of the car projecting it. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently there are Tesla hunters roaming around trying to find Tesla owners driving Cybertrucks they can embarrass by projecting on the back of their cars. It says, TikTok are hunting Tesla Cybertrucks. The results are so good. Like, found one. Now they get right up behind them. And they broadcast. Yep, Elon Musk. I wonder if everyone who's passing me thinks I'm a Nazi, probably. Yes. Or do they think I'm just an arrogant prick? Don't think of this as a truck. Think of it as a small penis enlarger. Tesla Cybertruck. The most recalled truck in 2024. Love it! More of that, heroes. That's the kind of active resistance I can get on board with. And then all over the world, everybody hates the Tesla, y'all. This one coming to you by a mob in Milan, Italy. They're like, fuck this Tesla in particular. Yeah, I don't think I would own a Tesla if I were you guys. Just saying. Seems bad. Seems like a liability waiting to happen, but you guys do you. And here's another one. This lady freaking out that someone dare harm a Tesla.
Welcome to New York, where you cannot have a fuck-ass thing for nice. Anything. Nothing. You can't have shit nice in New York. This is the definition of you can't have shit nice in New York. Because they will fuck your shit up.
I mean,
I feel so bad
Tesla.
for this Cybertruck.
Oh, you feel
Whoever
bad.
owns this Cybertruck.
Bitch, you feel bad for the fucking Cybertruck? You don't feel bad for like the crime victims and shit? I think there's better things you could do with your time than pity a goddamn truck, you idiot. And even over in wherever the fuck this is, don't know what country it is, but got an old big head crushing a Tesla Cybertruck. Even the Native Americans getting on board, showing their distaste for Elon Musk, our new president. And folks, be careful. I honestly never thought this was going to happen. I've been making jokes forever about keying every Tesla you see, but I never expected anybody to actually do it. It was a joke. And yeah, like if a bunch of people thought people might key their Teslas, and because they thought that, they didn't buy a Tesla, all the better, because fuck Elon Musk. Don't support that motherfucker. Says me, who has a Grok account. Shh. Anyway, but they're actually doing it now, folks. They're doing it. And you got to be very careful you do this, folks. First off, they have cameras all over Teslas. And secondly, now Donald Trump is declaring anybody that does this a terrorist. So here she goes. I guess she's keying a swastika into the Tesla. Whose idea was this? I feel sorry for that motherfucker who suggested this. Blink, 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 blink. And yeah, they're going to find you. Unfortunately, probably be real fucking careful. This guy they call domestic terrorism is real. That's what they're calling it now, folks. If somebody came up and they gutted you with a box cutter, it wouldn't be domestic terrorism. If somebody came up and scratched you, it definitely wouldn't be domestic terrorism. But a fucking truck has more rights in this country now than you do, folks. This is the level of capitalism we're at now, folks. Domestic terrorism is real. My wife's Cybertruck keyed in Kirkwood, Missouri this morning. Quick thinking by her and rapid response by Kirkwood PD, apprehended perpetrator. Here he is, Mark Munzert. Hope it was worth it, buddy. I bet they do charge this guy with a fucking hate crime or some kind of terrorist crime because nothing makes sense in this country anymore. But at least I'll finish you guys off on a fun note. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Tesla Cybertruck.
Y'all check out my new truck. This is my Tesla Cybertruck, and it is 100% trucking. Now, although we did spend a lot of time, money, and effort on the development of the stealthy look and raw power of the Tesla Cybertruck, we did not cut corners when it comes to safety. As you can see here, by our technologically advanced airbag system. Unlike them ancient airbag systems that all them other vehicle makers use that'll punch you in the face, this technologically advanced airbag system in the Cybertruck allows your face to gently ram into the steering wheel. Gonna do some off-road in the Tesla Cybertruck.
Off-road, there we go. Oh shit, they want to ditch y'all. Fall apart a little bit.
Off-road.
Yeah, a little bit. That came off of it.
I just realized I lost my tailgate. Y'all check it.
Yeah, hey, just like the real thing. I'm sold, and that is my President Elon section for this evening. Hell yeah, and excuse me for this very quick commercial. Fall!
don't!
Backing off on it.
Shut up, Dusty!
I'm trying not to go out of business, so could you please help me? I'm the only show that's like this on the internet, so, help me. In the description of our video is a link to my Patreon. Could you please consider becoming a patron? $1 or $2 a month, whatever you can afford, please chip in so I don't have to quit. That'd be nice. But you get access to all the after parties starting here tonight. It's a long after party all the way down to here. And if you don't have your ticket, please get it. It's a whole other section, a whole other video I do after every show. So help me out if you can, folks, or not. Whatever. When the show's gone, it's gone, I guess. What can you do? And all right, let's read the super chats. Who's first? I bet it's Rebecca Poise, always hero to the show. Rebecca, let's see if she's first tonight. No, BBC, beat her to it. Hell yeah, BBC, how's it going? Might have to go where BBC is. I don't want to go to the rape camps. Hope you got my room ready, buddy. Love you, BBC. Good to see you tonight. And second, Rebecca Poise. No words for now. Too horrified. Thank you for your work and so grateful for the community. Hey, thank you, Rebecca, as always. Keeping the show in business. It means a lot. Look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow. And as always, everybody, love to Rebecca Poise. And Haley D, $10 Monday. Fuck yeah, we did it. I'm going to try to do 3 shows this week. We'll see what the fuck happens. Thank you for supporting it, Haley. Kevin Milligan, 2666. Hail Satan. Ay, papi chulo. Me gustan las chicas malos. I know every word. I hope they don't start coming after all of us like Jay and Silent Bob hunting down internet trolls. I think the cruelty really is the point, though. They want us to be afraid. Yeah, they want us to be afraid. They want to get rid of us, though. They don't want us, our voices in this country. If they deport us to another country, well, we'll probably get killed. But also, it's harder for lawyers to get to us and our families. And it also sends a clear message to everybody else who's terrified that you better shut the fuck up. You better not speak out against Donald Trump. You better let these fascists do whatever the fuck they want to, or the rape camps with you. It's 100% the message they're sending, folks. Now, whether America lets them go through with it or not, they're already doing it. So we're already doing it. It's already happened. They already sent American citizens to a foreign country to be raped in their prison. So it's too late, I guess, is where I'm going with that. I see Silly Ray Cyrus in the opening show logo. Is it? Is he back in the background somewhere? I didn't see that. I was going to check that out again. Haters are going to say that picture's fake, but totally real. Looking like George Clooney in that. Dusty, here's some escape. Oh, I'm going to read it sexy, Charlie. Dusty, here's some escape money. Break your phone and stay off the main freeways. Good luck. Hell yeah. Hopefully I'll be gone before they start looking for me. If they start looking for you before you get gone, it's already too late. But thank you, Charlie Kelly. I'm actually scared a little bit, y'all. Not a whole lot scared, but a little bit. I really don't want to leave my house. I don't want to leave my animals. I don't want to leave my family. I don't want to leave this shit. This is the country I grew up in. It's the only country I've ever fucking known. But, man, it's starting to look like it's going to be dangerous for any progressives who are actually speaking out. Like, luckily, there's not a lot of them that do it, right? How many shows actually speak out like this? Very, very few. So, I guess I'll be one of the few. Jason asked me one ticket. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Jason Asked me. Appreciate it. Banging out west. Man, what happened to those Epstein files, though? You know. We all know. They never gave a shit about any of that. They don't care about rape children. If they did, they'd be burning down the churches. It's just an excuse to hate trans people and to justify their bigotry and vote for Trump. That's all it is. I name you. Appreciate you. One ticket. And Jason asked me another ticket. If you got one, please give me your love. Coach J, toot. Coach, you got some toots tonight. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Proto $2. I'll finally say it. Trump is 1,000% worse than Bush. I mean, yeah. The whole spending $5 trillion to kill 1 million Iraqis and Afghanis wasn't the best, but as far as a danger to democracy, he's way worse, that's for sure. And crash, boom, bang, baby. If it ain't crashing, this show ain't going right. UA, $5. What up, UA? Good to see you tonight. The Farrells are planning on spraying some Teslers. They send their regards. Hell yeah, spray all them Teslers. And scratches the Farrells swaggering. Money, because it might all be taken tomorrow anyway. That's true. They could confiscate all our shit in no fucking time. That actually reminds me. The Department of Revenue in Mississippi took $136 directly out of my bank account, and then they took another $100 out, saying it was for legal fees. Apparently, they've been trying to get a hold of me. My mama sent me some text messages I never fucking got, and they just took that shit right out of my fucking bank, so they can do that, y'all. They can just take shit out of your fucking bank and then charge you legal fees for doing it. So whatever. It's my fucking fault, but still. Scary times. And love me some Ginger Billy. Epic beer now. Sexy. Sexy as shit, that soulless motherfucker. Thank you, Agent Orange. I am Two Fly Cam, $5 prediction on what America looks like 25 years from now. Any positive outcomes possible? Love the show, even though it's more depressing now. LOL, thanks. It just all depends on if people actually rise up and try to overthrow these fascists that are ruling us. If they do, then maybe the country can collapse and we can try to recreate the government into something that actually works, something beyond a representative government, direct government, perhaps with internet voting, blockchain voting, stuff like that. If it doesn't happen, it'll just be the fascists boot in our throat for fucking ever. Maybe AI will be used to control us. We'll see what happens. Either way, scary times I predict in our future. Love the show. Thank you, Colorado. Peaches rock. Yes. Hey, Colorado peaches do rock, and you rock. I appreciate you. Obsessive Audio. Fist to you. Boom. $10 Canada. Appreciate you. And five gifted tickets from BBC. Thank you, BBC. That's the way to fucking do it. You rock, motherfucker. I'd love to see you. What's up, Dustin? Been watching since I was in like middle school. I'm 19 now. Crazy. Been doing it for 15 fucking years. One of the longest running OGs of YouTube. So many of other shows have come and gone. They haven't figured out how to remain profitable for this long, but I did it, baby. We'll see how long I keep this shit going. And anything else pop up? All right, and now I'm going to do some unboxing, folks. Hell yeah. So as you guys know, it was my birthday Monday. And I got so many birthday presents. It was all really the same present, but it's the only present I wanted. And so I'm going to, despite my better judgment, show you some of this stuff. At least give shout outs. I might not show you guys everything. But I got sent some of this stuff. It's good. Happy birthday today. Paid patron, Jeremiah Hess. Jeremiah Hess is one of the best among us. Sent me some cartridges, some nicotine cartridges. Delicious nicotine. I appreciate you. I asked and I received. Got a card. Let's see what the card says. I hadn't read it yet. Boom. Oh, yeah. It's got money in it. $30. Hey, Dusty, enjoy a margarita and some chips and guacamole on us. It's the spankings, isn't it? Enjoy. Happy birthday. Love you lots, Pamela and Steven in New York. Fuck yeah, you guys are awesome. My favorite gift, other than tobacco, is money. So thank you, Pamela and Steven. I appreciate you guys. Very generous. And what else? This one, what's in here? Oh, shit, I can't show you what this guy's is. I can't show. I'm actually afraid to show it to you. But I will read the beautiful letter sent to me by greetings and hello from Despondent, Louisiana. I appreciate all you do. My friends think we are brothers from different mothers. Hell yeah, you rock. I recently had to move back to the South after being in California for 37 years. Ailing mom, I thank you for giving me a trial to your after party. Somebody did. I didn't, but my audience rocks. Unfortunately, after owning a successful, modest business in the San Francisco area, I now can't find a job. However, I did get a degree from Oaksterdam University in Oakland, California. At the time, it was a good way to make a living. Not anymore. I did manage to save some products, and I am sending some to you as thanks. I do spread your videos around, but my long effort to punch Nazis is over. I'll do what I can to help, but I'm exhausted. Years of me and my family's protesting in San Francisco, etc. has left me old, tired, and demoralized. I really hope the younger generation is ready for a fist fight because they got a big one on their hands. I'm an older punk that finds himself at the back of the pit. Keep the videos and music videos coming. I'll amplify the best I can. Unbox and summarize as you will. Dick from Louisiana. Dick, I got what you sent me. It was very, very generous. I'm not going to show it because, once again, I'm a little frightened to show it on the internet. But thank you very much. It was so fucking generous. And you rock, man. I'm going to enjoy that so much. It's going to last a really long time. So, mwah, 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 all the blowing the kisses to you. And no, that's not Misty. Misty's in the other room. And I got one from... Who is this from? Let's see. Nasib Albazan sent me some It's tobacco. Some tobacco! Some tobacco! Little cartridges sent me like a bunch of them. Sent me four. And then also sent me this big thing. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Anybody know? Is it something that your cartridges fit in? Is that what it's supposed to be? That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing that makes sense. But thank you to Seem Very Generous. Man, I cleaned up on this birthday, y'all. I'm going to be so high on tobacco. And buds. And what else? We got one more. Let's see what else we got in here. Move your booty. Oh, we got Emerald Fields. And a bag of this, Emerald Fields. Hell yeah, I know what that is. And three little bags of Emerald Fields. And another bag. Oh, some chocolate. I'm sure it's just regular chocolate, y'all. These edibles ain't shit. And it comes from... Ooh, long letter. I won't read the whole thing. But Dusty, if you're reading this on the show, this portion is for public consumption. Sorry for the red ink instead of the black. My printer is out of black ink. My name is pronounced Quorak. Hi, your old pal Quorak, the Bard, is here with the stickiest of the icky indica from the finest dispensary in Colorado. I hope you enjoy it in good health and have a sweet stone trip. If you're reading this on air, please let your viewers know that I was partly your show that inspired me to start my own YouTube channel, Atheism 101, at YouTube at Anti-Theist Superstition. I tackle many of the subjects you do, including the latest in religious bullshit and political shenanigans. Your commentary is always insightful, engaging, and I do hope you're able to keep the show going for many years to come. Hey, me too! And man, I really appreciate you. I got a part that is not for consumption on the air. So I see what you're saying. But I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much. Quorak, you're super generous and loved, and everybody go subscribe to Quorak's channel, Anti-Theist Superstition, over there on YouTube. And thank you to everybody who sent me awesome birthday presents. That's going to last me so long, and I really fucking appreciate it, y'all. It means a lot. I asked, and I did receive, so I have the best audience in the whole fucking world, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for making my birthday so good. And all right, still plenty of time to get your super chats in if you want to, if you're able to. But for now, we're moving on to a little section I like to call, I know you guys are going to believe this, but there's no religious bullshit tonight. I got one religious bullshit that I'm going to save for the after party. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to do a quadro combo. What do you call a combo of four? A quadbo? I don't know. We're going to do a Trash World, Diet Republicans, What the Fuck, Free Palestine combo. Let's see if I can nail this. All right, let's see. Never. Trash World! Free Palestine! What the fuck? And one more. Diet Republicans. Hey, this tastes like shit. Did it. Nailed it. Perfect the first time. God, I'm good at this. A quartet. Oh, a quartet. Quadro. Okay. Oh, that sounds good. I feel like that stupid Trump guy who couldn't think of the word triangle. First off, on the Trash World, Diet Republicans, What the Fuck, Free Palestine Quadro. Apparently over there in Hungary, they're using facial recognition to get rid of the gays, y'all. Goddamn MAGA wannabes. Hungary's ruling coalition continued its crackdown on the country's LGBTQ plus community on Monday as members submitted a bill to parliament that would ban the popular Buddhist Pride event and allow authorities to use fake facial recognition software to identify detainees. Yep, that's going to be doing here next, folks. Going to be using facial recognition to track down the evil drag queens, because that's what's really important in our fucking society. And then the economy seems pretty poor. Apparently, Forever 21 wasn't forever. Filed for bankruptcy, will liquidate assets. And of course, this is just the start. All brick and mortar shops across the country pretty much going to go under. All you're going to do is have Amazon and Walmart. That's the only thing that's going to be left. Maybe a few head shops or something. But really, there's no point in them anymore. We can just read reviews of clothes online. And like Amazon lets you send clothes back for free, not to do a commercial for Amazon. That's how a lot of people are buying their clothes these days. So, yep, the outdated concepts of actual stores not going to be around much longer. Going by the wayside one by one. And then, Has there ever been a man that needed attention more than Kanye West? Apparently, this is his new album cover, y'all. Yeah. Who could have predicted he was a Nazi? Somebody should write a song about that. But yes, Ye has unveiled the cover of his upcoming album. And Kanye's realized what a lot of conservatives have realized. To make money, all you have to do is get attention. It doesn't matter what kind of attention it is. It could be bad attention, but all you got to do is whatever you have to do to get somebody to talk about you, and you can make money off of it. You don't have to put out good music anymore. Putting out good music is too fucking hard. It's way easier just to call yourself a Nazi and walk around a swastika than it is to actually be a talented musician. And he'll make money off this, folks, for sure. Him and Andrew Tate already doing co-videos together. And speaking of Andrew Tate, folks, this is the man radicalizing some of our sons in America. This is the man that Donald Trump literally pressured the government of Romania to allow to come over to the United States. This is fully endorsed by both Donald Trump, his lawyers, all conservatives. This is what America is now.
I don't want my daughters getting plowed by dudes they're not going to be with for the rest of their life. I want to meet one man and begrudgingly accept that he's going to be my daughter, and I want him to be fearful enough of me to respect me, and I want them to be together forever. So that means I get to choose who the it is, and my daughter's going to accept it. She's going to say, Dad picked him, and I know that they will be happier. She'll end up pregnant at 21 like she's supposed to be, instead of walking around at 30 doing nothing with her life. If they have any kind of issues in their relationship, I'll understand both points of view, the masculine point of view for the man I respect and I've chosen, and her point of view from the feminine as my daughter. And I guarantee they will have a long, happy life, much more than if I leave her to her own devices to go to spring break and run around Tulum to find herself. Because all she ends up finding is STDs every time. So no, I don't think that young women should be making their own choices about who their lifelong partners are. And that's when a woman's at her maximum sexual value. I don't want my daughter.
Yep, it's biblical, folks. Women are property. It is up to the father to decide who you marry, and then you're the property of the fucking husband, and that's what they want to take us back to. And who says they're not going to do it? A quick view of Iran from the 70s shows you they 100% can do that. This is what Donald Trump imported into our country. Rapist, sex pest, con artist, misogynist. The death of decency. We were never very decent. But they're trying to snuff out any remaining vestiges of decency in this country they can. And then on the trash world section, holy God, this is scary, folks. Coming to an American city near you. Subsonic device used on the crowd today in Belgrade, but it's only a matter of time before they use it here in our protest. Supposedly, this subsonic device makes it sound so loud like a train is coming at you. This is a great way to make people trample and kill each other for peacefully protesting. They did this during a moment of silence because they want to send a message. They want you to kill each other. They want you to die. The future is just a boot stamping on your neck forever. And then on the dot Republican section, Chuck Schumer has already canceled his book tour after backlash for being the cowardly, spineless fucking weasel he is, and joining in with Trump to pass his spending bill. And fucking good. They already had it planned out to go protest him every step of the way, and just like the cowardly sack of shit he is, hiding like a bitch. AOC need to primary that dude immediately. And then, good God. Speaking of dot Republicans, that chart I just showed you, they would put Bill Maher on the left, folks. But he ain't fucking left. Completely dominated, information total control by the right. Even the so-called lefties are like this.
Let me ask you your opinion on this. Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary show. They did one thing, they did a sketch where Tom Hanks puts on a MAGA hat, so he's a Trumper, and then Keenan comes over to shake his hand, and he won't shake his hand.
Yeah. Okay, that's not even what happened. So first off, he's starting out with a lie. What happens is Keenan comes over quickly, and the redneck racist in the MAGA hat is scared because he comes over so quick. And Keenan says, I'm just trying to shake your hand. And then he shakes his hand. He realizes he's not trying to attack him. But the whole point was to show that the MAGA dude is a racist who's scared of black people. which is 100% accurate. As somebody who lives in Mississippi, surrounded at all times by MAGA, they are terrified of fucking black people. Case in point, this house I bought, folks. I bought a fixer-upper house, but still, amazing bones. 3,600 square feet. I bought for $14,500. I'm not shitting you. Full price, $14,500 for free. I got it for free, basically. And the reason I got it for free is because all the white folks around here were so scared of the black folks that they fled the neighborhoods. The value of the properties depreciated incredibly. And it's not because it's a dangerous neighborhood. Literally, I'm the only white person here. I've never been robbed. No one has ever stolen anything from me. Literally, no one has ever spoken a negative word to me since I've lived here. Not one. Quite the opposite. My neighbors come over almost daily bringing me free food. But white folks so terrified of black folks that they will flee at the very sight of one of them moving to the neighborhood. So spot on with Saturday Night Live to jokingly portray the Trump supporter as afraid of black people. 100% what the reality is. But you couldn't even tell the truth about that, so you're already starting out with a lie. Lefty Bill Maher, please continue.
And I said this on Fareed's show the other day. I found that I'm so old. You know,
it's not old.
I didn't vote for him. I get all the bad things.
You've done everything you can to shill for Trump. Fucking lying loser.
About that administration. But if you think they don't shake black people's hands, it's just you're wrong.
Somebody said I single-handedly bringing up the property values. The crazy part is, so I moved in. There was a house next door. The guy that bought it for $5,000. $5,000. They renovated it and put it on the market for $140 after I moved in. $140, dudes.
That's not who they are. Matt Gaetz shakes black people's hands. You know.
Okay. Well, first off, the skit wasn't about Matt Gaetz or a politician. It was just about some dipshit redneck Trump supporter. So your false equivalence follows the lie you told. Can't keep anything straight or true, Bill.
People's hands. It's just you're wrong. That's not who they are. Matt Gaetz shakes black people's hands. You know, Kid Rock will shake your hand. It's just not helpful to like think that half the country that's where they are. That's your stuff.
They are. It's 100% about white supremacy. It's 100% about deporting the Browns, about hurting those, about the fear that white people are being replaced or that we're no longer the dominant culture, about pushing back against DEI. 100% of the DEI bullshit is racism. What are you talking about? I mean, I know what you're talking about. You're just bullshitting because you're a diet Republican, Zionist, child murder apologist.
Oh, you're a comedian. You know, it's part of its comedy.
I understand.
But let's be honest. There's a huge faction of the MAGA movement that's really fucking racist.
Most of them.
I wouldn't say huge, no. I'd say partly.
I would say huge.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have different perspectives.
You're lying, and you're a fucking piece of shit. But he's still on HBO, folks, because even the left supports these diet Republicans. Almost no avenue for progressive voices anymore. We're snuffed out every step of the way. Total information control, even from both sides. Controlled opposition, that's all they are. And then on the what the fuck section, meanwhile, in America, tell me this guy ain't racist. Even though he's not doing that racist here, I bet he's racist. But also, typical Trump supporter, apparently he pretended to be a federal agent, and then he walked into the parking lot and did this with an AR-15.
After walking out of the Houston County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's officials say Clifford Hennesser went in.
Imagine going outside a sheriff's office and then firing an AR-15 in the air. Talking about white privilege. Imagine if a black guy did this.
After walking out of the Houston County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's officials say Clifford Hennesser went into the lobby claiming to be a federal agent wanting to inspect records.
Yeah, this federal agent. Obviously, this guy's the FBI's best. You better let me inspect them records, y'all.
When a dispatcher told him deputies were en route, he left and reportedly came back with an AR-15 rifle. We're told the dispatcher hid under a desk and called for help.
Holy shit.
Authorities arrested Hennesser in the parking lot. They say he had another pistol, 4 more rifle magazines, and over 300 rounds of ammo in his truck. Hennister is charged with impersonating an officer, unlawfully carrying a weapon, criminal trespass, and deadly conduct.
But not terrorism. Not terrorism. If you scratch a Tesla, terrorism, y'all. If you boycott Elon Musk in a way they don't like, domestic terrorism. This motherfucker, not a terrorist. It has to collapse, y'all. This country has to fucking collapse. It's too stupid to exist. Next on What the Fuck? Did you guys see the porch roof of a house located near University of Pittsburgh campus collapse during off-campus St. Patrick's Day party, leaving 16 people injured? Hey, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just all climb out of this goddamn roof. You morons, get off there. Yeah, oh well. Darwinian at this point. Fucking morons. Last on the What the Fuck section. Did you guys hear about this crazy ass story?
Connecticut man who tells authorities that he was held captive for 20 years in a single room is now sharing details of that confinement. And I gotta tell you, the details of this are disturbing. The unidentified man, now 32, says that he was kept in a single room with no heat, no air conditioning since he was 11 years old. With no access to a bathroom, he had to find ways to dispose of his waste, including a series of straws that connected to a hole in the window. He also says that he only got 2 sandwiches a day. He only got 2 bottles of water a day. Sometimes he would ration that water in order to bathe himself without soap. And then when he would eat, his teeth reportedly would break off because he didn't have any dental care. He also didn't have any health care. When he was at elementary school as a child, teachers started to notice how thin he was. So they notified the stepmother and the Department of Children and Families. The man says that he was constantly starving at school and asking other kids for food. One student noticed, expressed concern, and authorities did a welfare check all the way back in 2005. They did another check after the parents filed a harassment complaint against the school for notifying child welfare officials. The man was able to escape after starting a fire in an apparent deliberate effort to get out of the house. Now, when police officers and firefighters arrived on scene, they saw a man who was just about 69 pounds standing at 5'9".
We're a fucking
His
dude.
biological father has passed away. His biological mother was never in the picture to begin with. Now, his stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, has been charged with several crimes, including kidnapping and cruelty to persons. She's currently out on $300,000 bond.
What?
Her lawyer tells us that she was absolutely shocked when she learned of the allegations against her. We should also note that she denies any wrongdoing. Now, when fire crews rescued the man, he was immediately treated for smoke inhalation, and he is now currently being treated for PTSD and depression. Waterbury Police Chief Fernando Spagnolo tells us...
What a fucking horror show, goddammit. That's a movie or something. Man, what a weird-ass country. And then I got a couple from Free Palestine. DOJ is examining whether student protests at Columbia University against the genocide in Gaza violated federal terrorism laws. Guy shooting up his gun outside the police station, not terrorism. Protesting against genocide and the murder of children, straight to the rape camps.
The president promised that under his watch, we will no longer stand by while universities tolerate and facilitate anti-Semitism and support of terrorism on their campuses.
Literally, support of Israel is support of terrorism. They are the terrorists here. Calling for the end of child murder is not terrorism, no matter how many times you guys want to claim it is. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess if they can just disappear in the middle of the night and not have to respect the judge's orders and the media just fucking lets them do it, I guess, right?
The department's recent actions, which hopefully you've seen at Columbia University in coordination with our law enforcement agency partners, are part of the administration's mission to end anti-Semitism in this country. Just last night...
Everything they're saying right now is anti-Semitic. Murdering the Semitic people of Palestinian is as anti-Semitic as you possibly can, but it's all 1984 word games.
We work with the Department of Homeland Security to execute search warrants from an investigation into Columbia University for harboring and concealing illegal aliens on its campus. That investigation is ongoing, and we are also looking at whether Columbia's handling of earlier incidents violated civil rights laws and included terrorism crimes.
This is just so grim, this fucking timeline we're living in, y'all. How did it go so wrong so quickly? And yes, in America, if you criticize Israel, they will charge you with terrorism. Yep. They would justify it too. They would justify sending us to the rape camps in El Salvador, y'all. Vile terrorism. We're safer now. They'll be on Fox News thanking them for doing it. And then an unearthed clip from Trump talking about how Israel used to rightfully control Congress and bitching that they don't control Congress as much as they used to. Of course, that's bullshit. They have even more power now than they ever had. But here is Trump lamenting that Israel doesn't rule us as much as they used to.
You know, the biggest change I've seen in Congress is Israel literally owned Congress. You understand that 10 years ago, 15
literally
years
owned
ago.
Congress.
And it was so powerful. It was so powerful. And today it's almost the opposite. You have between AOC and Omar and these people that hate Israel. They hate it with a passion. They're controlling Congress. And Israel is
Yes, AOC and Omar are controlling Congress. Isn't that the reality we're living in, folks?
not a force in Congress anymore.
Yeah, Israel's not a force in Congress anymore at all, folks.
It's just amazing. I've never seen such a change. And we're not talking about over a very long period of time. But I think you know exactly what I'm saying. They had such power. Israel had such power, and rightfully.
And rightfully, yeah, they literally control Congress. And rightfully so, yeah. We have to have a foreign government completely rule us, baby. That's the rightful way it should be. We need to have them rule us more. Isn't that great, y'all? Yep. Yeah, that's where we're at, though. I dare you speak out against it. Rape camps for everybody. And then at least we'll finish the Free Palestine section off on a funny note. This Indian YouTuber thought he was part of the conservative clan. He was a Zionist. He loves his Zionist brothers and sisters. So he went over to Israel to give them his full support. And then they denied him entry into every bar he went into because it's an ethno-state dipshit.
Hi there. People for 2 person?
We are full? Yes. Sorry.
Oh, they're full? Okay. Shocker.
They're full too.
They're full too.
उस तरफ और इस तरफ यहाँ पे भाई यहाँ पूरा पार्टी वाला माहौल है देख पा रहे हो कि एकदम सारे के सारे क्लब हैं बार्स हैं इनफैक्ट मैकडॉनल्ड्स भी है यहाँ पर चला जाए और देखते हैं क्या क्या हम अभी देख सकते हैं Is it a club? No. Is it plus 2 person? No, it's full. Okay, thank you.
Oh, shocker, it's full too? Oh, it's completely empty. It's fucking empty.
Sit at the bar?
You want takeaway or you want sit?
Sit at the bar.
Takeaway? No. Let's drink.
Well, we don't sit at the bar. Takeaway? You want takeaway? No, we like to sit at the bar. Takeaway? You want a takeaway? Can we sit at the bar? You want some takeaway, right? No, motherfucker! You know what we're saying.
Okay, you want drink? Okay. You want sit or you want takeaway? Sit in the bar,
Sorry, it's all full, even though we can see it's empty.
The place or the people?
The place is full.
But in the bar?
Yeah, the bar is full right now.
It's full.
Full of people. People need to come. Oh, there's reservations. Yeah, there's.
It's all reserved. It's suddenly all reserved. That's how bars work. We just reserve the seats at the bars. That's like every bar I've ever been to.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, that way. So there's a bar, you go straight, and then you go left, straight, and then you find the bar.
Thank you.
Hilarious! I don't think you're on the team, dude. Might want to jump off that fucking boat and... All right, that is... My Quadro nailed it. What a moron. And If no wonder MAGA loves Israel, racist bars. Yep, total ethical state. It's okay if Israel does it, though. No problem here, folks. Full, but the seats are open. I know, right? You can believe them with your own eyes. Fucked around and find out. Fuck around and find out. And all right, folks, I got Beyond Parody, followed by a hero. So the show is almost over. Get your super chats in while you're able, if you wanna. But for now, about to finish you guys off with a happy ending. It's time for Beyond Parody. And folks, while the stock market's down 3,000 points, whole goddamn country collapsing. Ain't stopping Donald Trump from spending every weekend golfing. He put out this notice. Apparently, he has won his club championship yet again for the millionth time. I just won the golf club championship, probably my last, at Trump International Golf Club in Palm Beach, Florida. Such a great honor. Yeah, it's such a great honor to win this contest that I set up specifically for me to win. And I guess he didn't realize that people are filming him. But let's take a look at his golf game and consider perhaps the fact that he might be a cheater. All right, here goes. Line it up. You got this, Donnie. You got it. Right, straight. Oh, yeah, yeah, look. Yeah. That's not. Oh, my God. Yeah. I got that on video. Uh-huh. Our tax dollars at work, everybody. Our tax dollars at work. Yeah. They just let him do it. He's the fucking owner of the club. What are you going to say? Short. Ah.
Could happen.
Go. No, not even close.
Could be.
Could be. Nope, could not be. Anyway, terrible golfer Trump. And then on Beyond Parody. Oh yeah, this goes. Meals on Wheels only costs $3 million a year, folks. Cost to taxpayers per trip. Every time he goes golfing costs $3 million. Everything for them, nothing for you. Where's Elon Musk to cut this fraud and waste? They don't actually give a shit. They're not in it for you and I. And folks, did you see Boomgate? Yeah, Boomgate, where this poor girl accidentally barely touched Donald Trump in the face with a microphone boom. Needless to say, it became a big scandal. Anyway, first of all, here's the video of it happening.
President, obviously you're...
There she goes. So the boom accidentally touches him barely.
You're concerned about the situation in Gaza. What are the hopes now to get the hostages back?
She just became a big story tonight.
Big story! Some minor little piece of shit happened that nobody should care about. Huge story. And of course, the Trump supporters were out there declaring it was domestic terrorism. This was done on purpose, and there could be poison on this boom microphone and needs to be investigated by the FBI now. Nothing should touch the president's face or mouth. How did this happen? Wasn't the only one making this claim. Over the MAGA subreddits. Would it be paranoid of me to suggest seizing that microphone that hit Trump and testing it? Yes, that would be hugely paranoid and stupid. Hope there was no ricin on that microphone cover. In all seriousness, when has a president had been so hated? When has a president been so awful? How many attempts have they made on to kill him? By they, you mean conservatives? Because it's been 100% conservative so far. How many planes suddenly flying into restricted airspace at Mar-a-Lago? These all seem like testing the water acts. Maybe Trump should keep a very safe distance from these fools. I don't trust them to not stop trying to kill him. Secret Service should literally arrest that fuck for accidentally touching him. How do we know the wind blocker cover on that mic wasn't laced with poison? Weird thought. Boom, boom, calm. Post that on X and tag Cash. Let's get Cash Patel to arrest this woman for making a brief mistake. When will Secret Service act like they are charged to protect the president? They should have thrown that journalist to the ground. These people are so fucking dumb. So stupid. But then, folks, like, I gotta admit, like, it didn't seem like much of nothing to me. It seemed like a nothing burger. A bunch to do about fucking nothing. But then I went back and I watched it again, and you know what? Honestly, on second view, they might be onto something.
Obviously, you're You're concerned about the situation in Gaza. What are the hopes now?
All right, from that angle, I kind of might can see what they're talking about just a little bit. And, all right, what else? I got a couple more of these. Oh, yeah, apparently. Some French politician made a joke that the United States should give back the Statue of Liberty. French MEP Raphael Glucksmann of the Socialists and Democrats group has set tongues a-wagging by suggesting that the Statue of Liberty, unveiled in New York in 1886 as a gift from the French people, should be sent back because the United States has chosen to side with tyrants. And obviously just a joke, trying to get a response, and it did, from the dumbest people on earth, including White House spokesperson Leavitt. Here's what she had to say about it.
So is President Trump going to send the Statue of Liberty back to France?
Absolutely not. And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now. So they should be very grateful to our great country.
That's right, Frenchies! You'd all be speaking fucking German right now if it wasn't for us. This literally seems like a parody, y'all. This is what some dipshit would say in a movie to be funny that they'd be making fun of. But you know what I love to do, folks? I love to use AI as a tool to point out why the things people said are so stupid. I asked AI, I said, hey, this is what the White House spokesperson said. Can you point out all the various ways in which this is incredibly stupid? ChatGPT was like, oh boy, where do we even start with how historically illiterate this statement is? Let's break it down, the stupid moments, in multiple ways. First, the French do speak German, at least some of them. Ever heard of Alsace and Lorraine? Parts of France have spoken German dialects for centuries. So technically, some French already spoke German long before World War II. Number two, World War I, the U.S. was late to the party. France and Britain held off Germany for 3 years between 1914 and 1917 before the U.S. even entered World War I. The U.S. contribution helped end the war faster, but the French were already kicking Germans' ass at the Verdun before America showed up. World War II, the Soviet Union did most of the heavy lifting. Sure, the U.S. played a huge role, but the Eastern Front was where Germany lost the war. The Soviet Union suffered 26 million casualties and destroyed most of the German army before the D-Day invasion ever happened. Without Operation Barbarossa, Hitler would have had a much stronger position in Western Europe. Number four, the French resistance and Free French forces. France wasn't just sitting around waiting for America. The French resistance sabotaged German supply lines, fed intelligence to the Allies, and helped prepare for D-Day. The Free French forces under Charles de Gaulle fought in North Africa, Italy, and liberated Paris. Number five, D-Day was an Allied effort. The British, Canadians, and other allies also landed at Normandy. It wasn't just the U.S. storming the beaches. Without the British and the Canadians securing key beaches, the whole operation might have failed. Number six, France helped America exist in the first goddamn place. Without French military and financial support, the United States might not have won the American Revolution. France sent troops, ships, and weapons that helped defeat the British. So maybe, just maybe, the U.S. owes France a little something too. Yeah, if it wasn't for the French, we'd all be speaking English right now. What do you got to say about that, White House? Idiots. And I love this one. Fucking MAGA idiot goes into a bar and they immediately are like, get the fuck out of here, you fascist. We have the right to refuse service to anyone. Then she starts crying discrimination and they all laugh at her. Watch it.
I have a question.
No, we're not answering
Why?
questions. Get out of the car.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
I
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No, actually we
Fuck
don't.
off.
Get out of my bar right now.
You're not welcome.
I'm not fucking around. Get out of my bar.
I ain't fucking around. Get out.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Serious.
Out.
Because I'm wearing a Trump vest.
Yes, idiot.
That's wild.
I don't care. Get out.
We can call the police, or you can just leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Oh, boo-hoo! Boo-fucking-hoo! Get out of my bar.
And then walked on out. Shut her right up. A Trump supporter bitching about discrimination. Get fucked real fast, morons. And then, folks, speaking of Iron Mouse wrong, the wrongest boy on the internet, apparently he forgot to log into his burner account again. This is how the game on all social media is played. All these people, even if they're super popular, they all have these burner accounts that they use to respond to themselves, to back each other up, or just to spread misinformation, supposedly from somebody else so it doesn't blow back on them. So he reposts Congressman Brandon Gill, who posted, "Multiculturalism will tear our country apart." This guy who's married to an Indian from India. I guess she's technically America. Her parents are from India. Dinesh D'Souza. Anyway. To which I Am Out Strong says, "That's right. They need to get out of our country." I Am Out Strong lives in Malaysia, has never stepped foot in America, gets paid by Elon Musk to pretend he's an American. So he immediately deleted this. I guess he realized he logged into the wrong fucking account. But this is how it all played, folks. This guy makes probably 5 times as much money as I do, just pretending to be American and interfering in our elections. The world's richest man literally pays him to do this all day. This is why you don't argue with anybody on the internet. It could be just an AI bot for all you know, or it could be IML strong. Either way, block, ban, shun, fuck these people. And then, in this very serious country in which we live, here is a campaign ad put out by Valentina Gomez, who ran for the election for Missouri Secretary of State.
It's that simple.
Yay!
It's that simple. Public executions for any illegal that rapes or kills an American. They don't deserve deportation. They deserve to be ended.
Pick me! Pick me! You're looking kind of butch there, lady. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to execute this guy.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
Public executions for any illegal that...
Kill illegal aliens, y'all. I'm an American just like all of you guys. Let's get rid of all the migrants. What do you say, my fellow Americans? Let's shoot them in the face. Once again, I am one of you. Just holy God, how is this real life right now? And that, folks, I'm starting to think this guy might be a con artist. Apparently, he got rear-ended by a woman. She took her camera up to the front of the car to check on him to see if he's okay. Here's his response.
Can you stand up?
Oh my God, he's so hurt.
I can help you.
No, his back is broken, clearly. Whiplash, his dick fell off. Call the ambulance immediately. No one has ever been more injured than this fella. Wait for it.
Can you pull into this parking lot?
No, he can't move. Call the police immediately. I am seriously injured for real. Not faking, y'all. Then she goes to the back of the car and shows the damage. Wait till you see how hard she hit his car. I'm surprised this guy's not dead, y'all. This is a miracle. You're about to witness a miracle here. There it is. Look at that. Oh, my God. He almost died. Call the ambulance. Yes, obviously. Insurance fraud. Glad you had it on camera. And one more on Beyond Parody. Folks,
more and more THC.
Reefer Madness is back in full swing. Here's a video claiming that THC is making prisoners overdose in masses. Yes, THC.
The overdoses are occurring in our county jails and hospitals.
No,
I'm
they're
here
not.
to express this.
Nobody is ever overdosed on THC. Now, it is a psychedelic, so somebody who doesn't know what the fuck's going on might think they're overdosing. They might fucking freak out. Hell, the first time I ever smoked weed, I was like, am I breathing? Am I breathing? Have I forgotten how to breathe? And you're sitting there concentrating on your breathing and you're worried, oh my God, if I stop thinking about breathing, I'll forget to breathe and I'll die. No, you won't. That's just weed, baby. It's a psychedelic, but you won't actually die. No one has ever OD'd on weed. This is so fucking stupid. I've smoked every type of weed. You can imagine. The shatter. Just the highest concentration of THC that you can possibly get. The worst thing that's ever happened to me is my hand will shake a little bit. It'll shake a little bit at first because I'm so fucking high. And then you just relax for 10 minutes and it goes away. You're fine, dummies. Anyway, fucking cops.
The serious concerns regarding the illegal and open sale of THC products. We all remember the K2 spice bath salts crisis in which we were quickly...
Bath salts is not the same as THC.
...able to eradicate the retail market due to numerous deaths. These high THC consumables are no different other than they are causing slower...
They're no different than bath salts and things that cause your death. Really?
...less conspicuous deaths and disabilities. This plague needs to be addressed at the local level.
The plague.
As it is a prolific problem
in
every city and every town.
It's
local
not.
law enforcement needs a definitive statute that allows our departments to make arrests and seizures without the need to test products. We need your help in protecting our communities.
No, we don't.
And urge you to support Senate Bill 3.
Need to protect communities from fucking you. Good God. Fuck the police, ACAB, and that is my Beyond parody for this evening. Fucking bath salts. I know, just fear-mongering all the goddamn time. They have to justify their bloated budget some fucking how. And, all right, folks. Last but not least, I have a few heroes coming up, so get your super chats in if you want to. But let's do it. It's time for... We could be heroes. Yeah, we can. And guess who made the heroes list again? Bill Burr, man. Bill Burr, king shit all day long. Here's a little clip from his latest stand-up act. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that, but it's still socially acceptable to shoot a missile in the general direction of somebody you're upset with. You're like, dude, there was like kids over there. This is my favorite response. Well, you know, they're using kids as human shields. It's like, well, you got to work around that. Jesus Christ, if I'm mad at my neighbor and I want to beat the shit out of him, but he's holding a baby, right? I wouldn't come in and try to punch him through the baby.
I know, right?
Yeah, you go in, you know, you throw a hook, you sweep the legs, you do it on the lawn so the baby bounces off the grass, all right? There's fucking rules to this shit.
There is rules that you would think, but there are no rules, unfortunately. That's the fucking problem. At least if you're a Zionist, you can do anything. And then one more from Bill Burr.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that, but it's still socially acceptable to shoot a missile in the general...
Oh, that's the same one. All right, I did it twice. I suck at this. And then, guess who made it again for the second show in a row? Not just Bill Burr, but also Dropkick Murphys. Once again, don't know any of their music, but they seem awesome.
Chinese fucking red that they all wear, and I think it's dye in their brains. You got the black on black Elon Musk true Nazi edition. And then my man here, he's getting ready for summer with a nice fucking light white one, all right?
Swinging it.
No.
This dickhead in the audience swinging his MAGA hat over and over and over again, just trying to get attention because that's what they fucking do. They have no fucking life. Their entire personality wrapped up in the orange goof, so he's giving the guy the business because of it.
Listen, I admire your dedication, but I will ask everyone, if you're in a room full of people and you want to know who's in a cult, how do you know who's in a cult? They've been holding up a fucking hat the whole night to represent a president. This is America.
Pathetic.
There's no kings here. Anyway, do you mind, sir? We're gonna play a song about our grandparents and people who like fought Nazis in the war and shit, you know. So if you could just shut the fuck up for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, you fucking fascist Nazi lover, shut the fuck up. while some real American patriots sing a goddamn song. Get 'em! And a big shout out to the baristas at Starbucks standing up to their corporate overlords and forming a union.
At this time, the workers at this Starbucks will be walking out and going on strike.
So, of course, Trump supporters making fun of them. You literally make coffee. Man, they hate you. They're continuously telling people, get a job, you losers. Get a fucking job. Then they get a job. That's not good enough. You're still a fucking loser even though you got a job. Just they can't be fucking happy. They hate the working man. All they do is love billionaires and shit on real people all day. That's conservatism. That's MAGA. And last but not least on the heroes, imagine this could be Elon Musk. Former billionaire Chuck Feeney has given away over 99% of his $8 billion to help underprivileged kids go to college. By the time of his passing in October 2023, he was worth less than $2 million. But instead, Elon, almost no charity to anybody, instead going to cancel your grandma's, your Social Security, going to steal all our Social Security money to make sure he has more money than he could ever spend in thousands of lifetimes. Can you imagine being like this, being this cruel, being this selfish? Literally don't give a shit about anybody else. You could have a legacy of being a hero, being remembered for the rest of fucking times, but instead you would rather be remembered as an evil fucking piece of shit. That's what you get off on. That's what guillotines were made for. That is my show tonight, folks. Hell yeah, we did it. Right on the fucking buzzer, 10 o'clock, almost in overtime. A little bit of overtime coming with the kitty party. So if you love the overtime of the kitty party, reward me for overtime. Fuck yeah. If you bail out, please, folks, hit the like button. If you like the show, please support it. Go sign up for our Patreon. We're going to do an after party coming up right now. So go get your ticket. But also leave comments. It helps the algorithm. Least you could do, hit the like button, share my videos on your social media accounts. Or don't. Like, whatever. If you guys don't care, I guess I shouldn't either. But I would appreciate it. And all right, let's do the super chats before we do the kitty party. Fred Ricks, very, very generous. $50. Holy shit. I am going to read you sexy. The elephant in the room is the white male, an unrepentant 800-pound gorilla, a true super predator. From childhood, hide the small animals. Through the teen years, hide your children. And all through adult life, hide any weakness. Yeah, it is very weak, though. To have to team up with all the other white people in order to oppress everybody fucking else, thinking you can't get ahead unless you're stepping on some fucking body else. That's true goddamn weakness. And thank you, Fred Ricks. Everybody, love to Fred Ricks. I believe that makes you tonight's super chat. Heavyweight champ of the world, Fred Hicks. Love you, brother. Thank you for your generosity. Nocturnal Bash, $3. What up? Thumbs up to you, Nocturnal. Appreciate you. Late to the party, cheers. Hey, late, but you made it, and that's what's important. Thank you, John Smith. Nocturnal Bash, welcome to us, buddies. Fuck yeah, spam that chat with impunity. You got the customized emojis. And hello, Mr. Anderson. 5 free tickets from Hero Mr. Anderson. If you got it, check the community section of YouTube for your tickets to tonight's after party and show up and hang out with me and Mr. Awesome, Mr. Anderson. Thank you, UA, and thank you, everybody who donated tonight. I sure appreciate it. Helping me keep the lights on. It means a lot. And you guys didn't see the text. I didn't put it up, but it's fine. You heard me say it. It's all fucking good. And all right, let's do the kitty party. I need to play a song. What song am I going to play? Let me check. Let me check my list of songs. It's going to be one of the songs I always fucking play, right? Let's go to the content section and let's play, let's play this one for no fucking reason. Driveway. Fuck yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, folks. Kitty party time. Gonna be the same kitties always, because they're spoiled.
I drank 1,000,000 billion beers and got in my truck, and Lord, I'm drunk. And I ain't drove this bad in 1 billion years, and this rusty Chevy is a piece of junk. But baby, when it rains, I drink, and lately it's been raining a lot. So maybe you and me can link, but first I gotta get to your spot. I'm swerving, smashing into every tree. Your name bell is cowboy season. These torn tires are turning to mud, and the more I drink, yeah, the more it floods. So lady, let me love you the right way. I need you on this country not made. Yeah, it's 10 minutes from my place, but first I gotta make it out of my driveway.
Good night, everybody. After party coming up. Thank you, guys. Love you.
This country living is what we do. We're fishing and grilling our cowboy boots. And girl, I gotta see that body tonight. But first I gotta learn how to fucking drive. Cause lately when it rains I drink. And lately it's been raining a lot. So maybe you and me can link. But first I gotta get to your spot. I'm swerving and smashing into every tree and deer and hay bales, cowboy season. These hog ties are turning to mud, and the more I drink, yeah, the more it floods. Oh, lady, let me love you the right way. I need you on this country night, babe. Yeah, it's 10 minutes from my place, but first I gotta make it out of my driveway.
Driveway! It's on my channel.
And lately it's been raining a lot. So maybe you and me can link. But first I gotta get to your spot. I'm swerving and smashing into every tree and deer and hay bales, cowboy season. This hog ties are turning to mud, and the more I drink, yeah, the more it floods. So lady, let me love you the right way. I need you on this country night, babe. Yeah, it's 10 minutes from my place, but first I gotta make it out of my driveway. Woo! Lately when it rains I drink, and lately it's been raining a lot. So maybe you and me can link. But first I gotta get to your spot. Woo! Switch over now, motherfuckers! Good night, everybody.